Good morning. It is Saturday, April 18th. Got up today and I started uploading videos. I have several session videos that needed to be uploaded, so I'm getting those done, and I'll get the review that I edited and exported overnight put up in a bit, but that'll take a bit less time than the 45 minutes that each of the sessions takes to upload to YouTube. But I'm just, basically getting the content that I have put up. And, while doing that, I came over, I did a little more painting. Starting to get color on some of the bases. Starting to be happy with some of them. Happy with the crystals, the water here. That guy might do another coat. These two I haven't done anything with because I don't know which way I'm going. I ended up actually pretty happy with this one, with the metallic blue on top of the green. I wasn't sure. I'm thinking these might go that way since I was happy with that. Otherwise, most of these are just yellow, kind of. You can kind of tell, I don't know. But yeah, so working on all those. And some of them are getting to the point where I just need to finish up the bases and they'll be good. I then came over and I was like, let's give this computer one more shot. I disconnected everything. I took out the graphics card, switched the spot, put it back, nothing. Disconnected everything, took it out, put it back where it had just been, turned it on, and it started. And the screen came up. And so I walked in, I grabbed the camera, and I started vlogging. Now, the last time I'd fixed it and it worked for several days, and then suddenly it just turned itself off and the won't show up any graphics issue happened after that. And basically went back to doing what it was. I don't remember if the first time if that had happened. But I walked back out and it had just shut itself back off. And if I turn it back on, well, it seems the screen is not responding again. This time it didn't even finish booting into Windows. So the issue is accelerating. I'll miss you. I'm gonna miss that computer. That was the first computer I built. It's been good to me. The case is annoying as can be. It's pretty. And that was the important thing when you're building your first computer and you don't know anything about it. It's like, it's pretty. But like, I guess I'll just shut it off because it's not doing anything. But these are acrylic panels and everyone is just screwed together. So in order to get this hard drive out, I have a bay that arrived yesterday at my mom's that will let me attach it to the other computer so I can get my finance data and all that off of it to continue keeping track of my budget. In order to access it, not only do I have to have this panel removed, I have to remove the other side's panel, which has the motherboard mounted to it, in order to get at the hard drive. That's stupid. It's like on my newer computer that I built with a little more idea, literally it's just tabs that you push together and pull out. And of course that's just something you learn as you build computers. When I build my next one, which apparently won't be in too long, I'll certainly have other things to think about. As I've built many at this point after a couple years working in a small little computer shop that someone might come in and just hire us to do the build for a computer for them, or sometimes we would just get enough spare parts and I would be bored and I would just put a computer together and be like, hey boss, I got bored and assembled a computer. We can sell it now. So, yeah. I've done it a fair bit now. But, and it's not like there's not worse designs. I mean, I've seen computers, especially some of the smaller ones, where literally, like, parts go over top of other parts that you need to access. But yeah, no. So I guess I'll get that removed. My mom said she's doing errands. She'll be bringing over that hard drive bay. Well, she says my mail, but I know what it is. That'll be later today. So yeah, got the back panel off, got the screws removed from the hard drive, so now I can remove it from the other side, but I'll get this put back together because otherwise the whole case is kind of, well, it loses structural stability without either side on. I mean, the computer was going to get replaced here probably in not too long anyways, because I need to update the computer in there, and when I do, that one would obviously replace this one because it's better than this one. I just really wish that maybe I'd have had another 4 to 8 months before I had to really think about it. Nope. And I didn't even finish getting the hard drive out before I got a call from my mom that she'd arrived. Just dropped off some stuff, including my mail that had the hard drive docking station. Actually allows me to do 2 hard drives because it was, I think, $5 more than one that just did one. And in addition to being able to get the stuff off of that hard drive, technically it also means if ever, you know, it's like, oh, an internal hard drive is cheaper than external hard drives. I could just get an internal hard drive and use the bay to use it like an external and disconnect it when I need. I've done that in the past. So, like, might as well have something nice for it. I think I said before, but I used to be able to do it, and I just used the innards of a broken external hard drive. So I would, like, grab the circuit board and plug it into the hard drive. But I couldn't find those. They did, I mean, they still worked. You know, it was certainly a functional option. But I couldn't find it, and so I decided to get something intended for that use. So I'll get that hooked up, well, after the videos, I guess, are finished uploading, because it's still working on that last session. The reason that I'm doing the sessions before the Wild Mount review is because when I was selecting the files, I selected the cover image instead of the actual video file. And it's like, I don't see a video in this .png file. And I'm like, of course you don't. I clicked the wrong one. So I have to let them all finish before I could set that one up. But, oh well. Making progress. I got out the hard drive bay. And if I'm going to be basically trying to feed cables through a hole in the desk at the back and run them back to the computer, if I'm going to do that at all, I might as well do all of it that I need to do. And also, like a week ago, maybe not quite, this arrived in the mail. And it's just sort of been sitting in the Amazon box because I didn't feel like getting to it. I have my little desktop speakers. Only the right one works. Now, that's not a new problem. It's been like that for at least 4 years. The left one just doesn't work, which is usually fine. Although some older songs that like to play with, you know, left and right and only have certain parts of the song. There are some songs that like are just audio, like just the music track and no vocals, because it's only the right speaker that functions. You know, but otherwise, you know, it's fine. But I'm like, you know what? I might as well fix it, update it, and if I'm gonna be digging around back there, I might as well do that now. So yeah, time to get the computer up and going. I think I was mentioning earlier the concept of, you know, things to think about in future computers. Well, I'm coming behind the computer here, and I got a fair number of USB, but I only have 2 USB 3.0, and they're used. It would obviously be ideal in connecting this to use the USB 3.0. It's transferring files. But basically I'd have to disconnect one of the hard drives from it, and I don't want to do that. So it will get a slower connection than it's capable of because the computer does not have enough USB 3.0 ports. Definitely something to think about in building a future computer. Having more USB 3.0 ports. And ultimately, I mean, now that that computer in there is gone, that list that's theoretical and sort of out there needs to be something I start making more concrete. I need to start working on it. So I got the new speakers set up. And one of the other weird things is that they don't, like, I don't have to turn the volume all the way up for it to be a decent volume. Like, it's nice around half. Then, of course, we got this bay down here. Just slide our hard drive in. And it made a bump noise. Did it figure it out? And there we go. An extra local disk. So, that'll have everything from in there. Yes, access that folder. It's back there, blinking away, thinking, trying to grant me access to look through the files here. Step 1 is to get finance stuff and get it over to this computer. Because again, as old as the computer is, so is the hard drive. And that's the main thing I'm like, I don't want to lose. But it'd also be nice just to be able to access all the stuff on there when needed. And since the computer is having to rewrite permissions for me to access that drive, it's taking forever. Yay! It worked! Alright. I got my money thing transferred over. I now have access to all my finance history stuff, even though the other computer died. That was the big thing I was worried about losing. Now, like, there's bookmarks and stuff that I'll try and copy over too, but that was the scary one. I'm like, oh no, I don't want to have to re-enter several years worth of receipts.
Wait, did your bedroom computer finally die?
Yeah, it's been doing it. It died, and then I did some stuff and I fixed it, and then it died a little bit later, and then I did some stuff and it fixed, and it died after a couple of minutes, and so I gave up on it and just took the hard drive up to this computer. And I'm like, it's like there's stuff on there I'd like to have, but that one thing is like, get that first, copy over first. And so after getting my computer situation sorted out, obviously not ideal as I now have one less computer, but I got the files I need. Things will be okay. I was thinking, there's plenty of stuff I could try and get done with my day. That's not happening though, because David's playing Skyrim and he's streaming it over Discord, so that's been the last 3+ hours of my day. And he's still playing, so I'm still gonna.
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to my camera. You're as bad as my brother.
Oh. Hi, camera.
Hi, hands of David with fire. Trying to figure out how to rotate around your face?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't have your weapons out.
Hello.
Hello. See, the thing is I know that because I do the Skyrim Let's Play, and so eventually I figured out why it would sometimes let me rotate around and sometimes it wouldn't. But yeah. Alright, and so I got myself a frozen pizza as I watch more Skyrim. And I spent another probably 3 hours just kind of hanging out, talking to David, watching him play Skyrim. That was the majority of my day. And part of me is like, that's such a waste of time. There were things I could have gotten accomplished, but also I'm not really seeing any people. And it's just been so long since I've even really had people to talk to. And so it was nice. I think that was good. And I mean, I still got a fair bit accomplished. Because I did get Alice taken apart, got the hard drive out, got the things all set up where I have the new speakers and the hard drive bay so that I can turn it on and access the files if needed. And then I moved, at this point I just moved the finance data, but I mean I got that moved, copied over to the computer. I mean, so that's stuff that is accomplished, that is good to have accomplished. So, not a totally wasted day, but, well, not the most productive day either. It's late, I'm tired. I'll say thank you for joining me. Join me as my journey continues. Bye.